When it arrives, the Galaxy S23 will have some big shoes to fill, but we are confident that Samsung can pull it off with its new flagship phones. Among this year's releases, the Galaxy S22 and Galaxy S22 Plus felt a lot more iterative than innovative, but the Galaxy S22 Ultra had no such problem bringing the Galaxy Note back to life. Rumors about the Samsung Galaxy S23 are just starting to pick up, but we wanted to share what's out there. So here's what we have heard about the Galaxy S23 so far. This would fit with Samsung looking for alternative chipsets, even those from MediaTek rather than current partner Qualcomm. Obviously, none of these are 100% confirmation, but Samsung might still be interested in improving its Exynos brand. We'd welcome this, considering that the Exynos 2200 failed to meet our expectations, lagging behind the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 in our Galaxy S22 Plus benchmark tests. The only other thing we have heard is that Samsung might refer to the Galaxy S23 internally as Project Diamond. Previously, some thought this code name instead referred to a third foldable, but that's apparently not the case according to DSCC analysis Ross Young. There's a long time for Samsung to finalize some Galaxy S23 details, so here's what we are hoping to see. There's a long time for Samsung to finalize some Galaxy S23 details, so here's what we are hoping to see. Better battery life. The battery life on all three Galaxy S22 models is in a word disappointing. Even the Galaxy S22 Ultra with its 5000 mAh power pack couldn't last as long as phones like the OnePlus 10 Pro or iPhone 13 Pro Max. The mid-range Galaxy A53 doesn't have stellar battery life either. Samsung needs to up its game with battery life, shrinking the power packs from the Galaxy S21 to the Galaxy S22, and Galaxy S22 was not a wise decision and obviously hurt both phones in testing. Better cooling. It's no secret by now that the Samsung 8 Gen 1 chip runs hot. This causes it to hit throttling problems, especially in intense games. Samsung also got caught intentionally throttling some apps to preserve system performance. While the move ultimately ended up as a shady or downright heinous for some, it proved to one point the Galaxy S22 needed better cooling. The OnePlus 10 Pro features a new cooling system that makes the phone noticeably more comfortable after long gaming sessions than the Galaxy S22 Ultra. In my experience, we are not asking for something on the level of the best gaming phones, but the S22 can get really hot. We want to see the Galaxy S23 fix this. Snapdragon or better Exynos? Look, we are all for breaking Qualcomm's near monopoly on Android phones in some parts of the world. The strongest performers out of all the best Android phones use Snapdragon chips. While Apple Silicon is still miles ahead in some ways, Samsung's Exynos processors are inferior to Qualcomm in many others. We all had high hopes for the flagship Exynos 2200 with its AMD powered graphics, but the chip ultimately proved lackluster at best. Samsung either needs to figure out why Exynos chips lag behind Snapdragons, or it needs to give up and use Snapdragons everywhere. Continuous zoom. One problem with telephoto lenses on smartphones is that you either use the full optical zoom or get stuck with digital that fills in the gaps. Rumors surrounding the Galaxy S22 Ultra suggested that Samsung was going to introduce continuous zoom where the phone could go from 1 to 10 and all the aspects between smoothly. We want to see Samsung and introduce this on all three Galaxy S23 models, though we have a feeling the feature might an ultra exclusive if it ever materializes.